ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe.
Yeah, just a girl, right. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame movies, Ronin. And then I gotta give a big thanks to Joey B for connecting me with this set. Thanks so much, brother. Check out his YouTube channel, link in the description below. I've really been looking forward to this one right over here, looking cool so far with these effects pieces. Anyway, on the side you can see Ronin right there. On the back there's Ronin again. There's the read up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's the other figures from the wave, and then we get Ronin Clint Barton one more time. Then we get a blue Avengers Endgame symbol right over there on the very top. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Ronin, aka Clint Barton, out of the packaging, and what a cool design. I really like this design for Ronin. I thought the design in the comics was really good too, and that's absolutely what this is based off of, but yeah, it just has that MCU cinematic touch, making it look even cooler. So he comes with some pretty cool accessories as well, so let's get a closer look at those, and then we'll take a closer look at Ronin. Now, aside from the Build-A-Figure piece, here's everything that we get with Ronin. Well, we do get a removable hood. I'll get into that in just a moment. Now, as far as the right hand goes, we only get one right hand over here, but I figured, hey, we'll take a closer look. I really like the details that we're seeing. Nice, beautiful gold paint. I really dig that a lot. And then we get two left hands. You get a regular sword holding hand right here on the left side, and then you have the Ninja Star throwing hand right here, which looks great. I really like this a lot. A little bit more silver paint on the effect than I'd like to see, but still, I really like how this is just coming straight out of the hand. I've talked about this before, where Hasbro's made these kind of projectile effects, you know, and it's kind of wafted off to one side or another, but I think this works a little bit better just coming straight out of the hand. And he has two swords over here, and a little bit of paint has kind of chipped off on the handle right over here from Ronin holding these swords. You could see right there at the bottom. So that's a little irritating, but you know, nice design and everything. This is probably going to be pretty accurate to the movie, I'm assuming. Right there, looks pretty good. Now, as far as the weapon storage goes, I'm just a little bit confused, but my assumption is that the longer sword goes in through the top right over here. Nice looking sheath right there. So you're going to put that one in there, and then the smaller one is going to go through the bottom, because there's space right over here. So I think that's how that would work, because I tried putting them both in through one side together, and they don't really collapse together at all. They kind of just get into each other's way, and right now I feel like I haven't even put this in properly. So I don't know. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I'm gonna try, maybe if I lean it a little bit more to the side right here, then that'll give it a little bit more space right here on this bottom end. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just trying out different ideas, but I think that's a little bit, you know, actually I think that looks pretty cool. I don't know. You let me know how this is supposed to go together, but I think I got it right here, right? Did I? So here's some images of this Ronin figure next to images of Ronin from the Avengers Endgame trailer. I guess there's little holes in the swords that we didn't get in the figure, but I think this looks pretty accurate to what we've seen of Ronin so far. I'm kind of bummed out that we do not get a maskless Clint Barton head sculpt with this figure. I guess that's my biggest gripe. And I have a feeling that we're barely going to get any Ronin in this movie. I think the amount of Ronin that we see in the trailer is all we're going to see in the movie, you know, so it would have been nice to have that. And I gotta say, this movie adaptation version of Ronin is spot on to how he looked in the comics, so that is pretty awesome. And yeah, I like how this looks, man. You get this removable hood right over here. You can see some gappage going on in the back right there, but we get some nice wrinkles. And again, nice gold trim. A little bit of an extra splotch right there, but you can see some stitching on the side. And the plastic kind of has this little sparkly thing going on inside of it too. You could kind of see that just attached. Especially as I had things brightened like this, you could really see it. And you could see some of the stitching in the back of the head right over there. Looks really good to me. Again, I like that gold trim. So yeah, nicely sculpted. So you just plop this off, and you can see that the inside of it is contoured to match the shape of his head. So when you put this on, you want to make sure that, you know, the edges are outside of the collar and that it's really kind of fitting the shape of the head. You're going to have less gaps doing that, you know, as opposed to just kind of resting it on top. You know, you want to really smoosh it down right over there. But I think the figure looks a little cooler without the hood on. I really like that a lot. That is freaking sweet. I like the little vents right over here. The eyes look really good and everything too. Man, again, that gold trim. I love the gold trim throughout on the figure. There is some cracking going on right over here in the very back, as well as some marbling, but if it's going to happen anywhere, I'd prefer right here on the back of the head, so I'm not that bummed out about it. And again, the swords, you know, you can see that it's designed to kind of have the gaps, but not really. Yeah, so we're not seeing the gaps like how we'd seen in the trailer, but it's close. And looking at the rest of the figure, I need to mention that you can detach this whole strap right here, so you can remove all of that. That looks pretty cool, but yeah, you could take that off if you'd like. And then there's the jacket. I did try removing the jacket, and it's just not really doable unless I really heat things up or maybe, you know, cut things up or something. But yeah, you could see the torso right underneath right there. I can't remember if this was used before. I have a feeling it might have, but I can't pinpoint where it's from at the moment. And then you get 2 tabs to port that back together. Here's looking at the back, not looking too bad. And here's that buckle, nice detail right there with the zipper. The arms look great over here, nice wrinkles, the elbow pads, and then the forearm guards look really good. Again, I really like the hands on the figure. Then here's looking at the legs. We get some detailed wrinkles and straps throughout. Looking pretty awesome. I love the details right over here on the knee pads, and the shin guards look great. Oh, it looks like he's supposed to have a little dagger right over here that is not removable. Oh, Hasbro, you've done it to me again. Oh, why? Oh, jeez. But anyway, it still looks pretty good. You get treads at the bottom of the feet, as well as some peg holes. Now I'm going to go over the articulation without the hood on here, because I feel like you could pose him around and then just add this on later. And plus, he looks really cool just like that, right? Doesn't he? Anyway, you can move the head up a little bit, but the back of the head does run into the collar some. But you can still get him looking up without the head popping off. You can move the head downward pretty far. You get side-to-side motion and a little bit of head tilting right here. The shoulders can move outward about that far, and the left shoulder does move down a little bit more so than the right shoulder, not just because of this strap right over here, but you know, just the material kind of just makes the left arm move a little bit closer to the body. You can move full 360 right there at the shoulder. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist turns side to side and hinge up and down. It's like that for all 3 of them. And then you saw that ab crunch in there earlier, but you cannot really get it to work with everything attached right here, so that's a bit frustrating. So you don't really have any ab crunch. If you want to detach this, then you can get it to work some without popping the head off too, if you're lucky, but it's not really working out that great. So you'd have to be pretty precise on how you're going to take photos of it like that if you're going to detach and utilize that ab crunch. You get a waist swivel that works out very well though, and the hips move out very far, and he'll kick forward that much and back a tiny bit. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees move all the way in. That's great, almost heel to butt. And then you get ankles that move down. They do move up, and he does have ankle pivot. And for a Ronin comparison, you can see we have the MCU version right here next to the comic version, and I think the designs are pretty similar. I guess not exactly the same, but yeah, I think they did a great job over here. And then for an MCU Ronin comparison, we have Ronin with an I next to Ronin with an A, and no real reason to compare these 2 figures except they have names that sound the same. And then for your Clint Barton comparison, here's Ronin next to Hawkeye, and of course, we all want to see a head swap, so let's see how that works out. And this Hawkeye figure is modded and kit bashed, so I think the head came from another figure that it's actually attached to, and I think it was like the Amazon 2-pack, and hey, that fits on there very well. That's not too bad at all. As I darken things up, you can see his face a little better. So that's cool. So yeah, if you end up not liking the new hairdo, which I actually think is pretty cool, you can go ahead and use this head sculpt. But man, yeah, can't wait to get that 2-pack of the Black Widow and Hawkeye, you know. But I really think that this figure should have came with that head sculpt that comes in that 2-pack. And just to note, it is a bit wobbly on here while it does fit on there. You know, it does have that bobblehead thing going on, but you should be able to take some fun pics like this. And then here's Ronin next to the Marvel Legends Infinity War Black Widow minus her vest. I can't remember where I put it. I just think the figure looks a whole lot better without it on there. But yeah, seeing these 2 side by side looks pretty cool. And then here's Ronin next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Classic Spider-Man. Ooh, a ninja. Wow, I haven't seen you. Wait. I recognize those photoreal tech eyes. Is that you, Hawkeye? Come on, Hawkeye, let me see. Hey, what are you doing? Come on, Hawkeye, hey, where are you going, man? Hey, come on. I know it's you in there, Hawkeye. Come on, I know it's you. So I gotta admit, this was not my most anticipated figure from this wave, especially because I think Ronin's barely gonna be in the movie. But while I have it in hand, I am very impressed with it. I really like it a lot. Very cool figure. It just looks awesome. I like that we have a lot of display options over here. Great looking accessories. Eventually, I'm gonna try to figure out to get that whole jacket thing off, but at the moment right now, it looks like it's gonna take a little bit more time and effort from what I've already tried to do with it. But yeah, man, I like this figure a lot at the price point of about $22. I'm gonna and give it a Sud rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please leave a comment down below. I'll have another Marvel Legends review from this wave going up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. If you'd like to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find a photo gallery of images over there. And if you liked the video, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, as well as hit the notification bell. And a big thanks to all the true believers out there that support this YouTube channel over on the Patreon. I have a new exclusive review over there. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. And if you want to follow me on social media, check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face is hit my shot, your face is hit my shot, your